At the beginning of Parshas VaYishlach, we find that Yaakov Avinu sends Malachim to his brother Esav, who's advancing upon him, to find out what Esav's intent is. And they come back with a very depressing report. Esav is coming to annihilate Yaakov. Not only him, his family, everything he has, everything he loves. It'll be a holocaust of the first degree. Esav is ready to be the Hitler of his time. The pasuk tells us, "Vayira Yaakov ma'od." Yaakov is very afraid. He's afraid. He's confused. I'm sure there was tremendous anxiety. There was an upheaval facing him in his world. We're faced with an upheaval as well. We have a virus which seems to be out of control. We have an economy which is in shambles. We have a political situation which is unstable. And we're all concerned. We have anxiety. There doesn't seem to be a clear way out. But there's one dimension of that anxiety that perhaps we have some control over. And that is the following. We hear people say, this is a crazy situation. This is insane. This is not the way things should be. It's mishugah. What's our reaction? They're right. However, we need to think about what they're saying, and we need to think about how we're reacting. When people say this is insane, what they're saying is that given my understanding of reality, how could there be such a situation like this? How could there be a virus out of control like this in the modern world of medicine? How could it be an economy which we have so many ways to deal with things that we can't seem to get a handle on it? We're in America. How could we be facing a political situation like this? And the reason we say this is because we live in a box. Every single one of us lives in a box. We have a world that we think should be, and when things venture out of that world, when they're outside of our box, they're outside of the reality that we've drawn, then they're mishugah. They're not the way things should be. It's a crazy world. And perhaps we need to take a step back and realize that there's nothing mishugah about what's going on. Painful, difficult, yes. Mishugah, crazy, no. Why? Because there's a Rebbeinu Shalom who oseh, v'yaseh kol ha'maisim. He's the one who's in complete control of the world. And if he's determined that this is what the world needs to go through right now, there's nothing mishugah about it. Should we daven for him? Daven to him? Of course we should. Should we beg him and things should be different? Of course we should. There's nothing crazy. He is the definition of reality. Chazal tell us, Kodesh Baruch Hu u'makomo shel olam, that Hashem, God, is the place of the world. Ve'ein olam makomo, and the world is not his place. What does that mean? It means that Hashem there isn't a place, a world where Hashem fits into. Hashem is the definition of the world. The world fits into him. This word makom is a very interesting word. Rachmana litzlan, when we go to an avel, when we go to a shiva house and try to comfort a mourner, as we leave, we say, Hamakim menachem eschem b'soch sha'ar ve'letzivu Yerushalayim. The makom, the place, should comfort you. It's a very strange thing. When do we refer to Hashem as a makom, the place? Hashem, Kadosh Baruch Hu, God. What's a makom, the place? Could be because when a person is sitting shiva, a person is going through the pain of a loss of a loved one, there's a world that's broken here. There's a world that's not so secure anymore. It's a world that's unstable, and perhaps very fragile. And the person at that moment needs security. He needs stability. He needs makom. He needs ground to stand on. So we give that mourner, we give that avel comfort by saying, Hamakom, Yenachem Eschem, the place, the real place of tranquility, of stability, of security is always there. And that's what we need to realize as we're going through this terrible time. That as terrible as it is, it's not mishugah, it's not crazy. It's coming Kodesh Baruch Hu. Kodesh Baruch Hu doesn't have a box. We have boxes. There's no box for Kodesh Baruch Hu. And what better time to realize that than Chanukah? Chanukah, where we celebrate Nisim v'niflos that Kodesh Baruch Hu did for Klal Yisrael, where there is no teva, there is no box. This is a time for us to realize that as we go into Chanukah, we celebrate Nes, the Hodus Lahalel. It's a time for us to realize it's not a Mishugah world. It's Kodesh Baruch Hu's world. Kodesh Baruch Hu knows what He's doing. Kodesh Baruch Hu is in control. That's Hashem. Kodesh Baruch Hu is going to bring us out of this to the Gula Shlema.